Yeah, I think one of the hardest things about being human and having anxiety is learning to move forward and live life to the full when you're feeling emotional, when you're dealing with different emotions. And of course, I've learnt this from my own walk of life. I've been mentoring and coaching people for 12 years. I've got 12 years experience doing multiple different areas of coaching, mostly in areas of anxiety, fear, confidence, self-esteem, success, accountability, discipline, and now a combination of business, everything, healthy eating, and this whole, living each day in gratitude and achieving your goals and dreams. So in this video, I thought I'd just have a conversation with you. This is how I teach my clients, mentoring sessions, and give you the answers through conversation. I really enjoy doing this format. It's like therapy. So it is hard. I struggle with this as well, and I'm an expert at teaching this and coaching people. And it's hard for many reasons, because when you feel emotions and when you feel certain emotions, let's say you're on a come down from going to an event or spending time with someone, and you've been on a high, and now you're feeling on a bit of a depressant, you're coming down on a low. It can be very hard to go gym and take action on your goals and dreams and be accountable and be enthusiastic when you're you're not in the best mood, you're in different states. And then what happens a lot of the time is the way the mind works in anxiety, we start obsessively thinking, we start thinking about good memories, good emotions, the people that we're in love with or we love, and then we can think about negative things, and then we can think about both, or we can start ruminating on like an obsessive pattern of thinking the same thing again. And then we can start thinking, oh, what's the point? It's not going to make me happy today, or I'm afraid if I move forward, it might make me feel worse, or the unknown. We just get stuck and trapped in emotions and thinking patterns, even patterns of thinking that feel really good, and they make us feel good, and we get addicted. But what we don't realize is, if we don't break out of these patterns at some point, it's gonna hold us up from living our dreams and growing. And we're going to lose gratitude, and you end up suffering. You end up suffering because you're telling yourself that you can't do things because you feel emotional. So you often hear people say different things. Some people say it's not good to be too emotional because you become weak and you're unstable, and there's some truth in that. But then you get people that are saying that it's not good to not have any emotions. I think it's balanced. I think it's actually healthy to be emotional. And how are you going to form loving relationships and enjoy life without emotions to a certain degree? But I think it's not good to get trapped in your emotions to the point where you can't live your life, because the previous day was good, today don't feel good. So emotions are very fleeting and inconsistent, which is why you need to be spiritually strong and mature and have discipline to discipline yourself to move forward and do it anyway, regardless of how you feel. But yeah, it isn't easy. But like a lot of these places of anxiety and the opposite, when you break out, it depends on how you feel. For a lot of my clients, it's easier. It's easier for them because they've been in the habit of doing it, and I'm coaching them and holding them accountable. And I've got a gift for teaching. It's my passion. It's my gift. So it's a lot easier because they've been in the habit of doing it. But if you've not been in the habit of taking action and being accountable and completing your task or your hobbies or your bills or your dreams or your career or things that you need to be on top of, it can feel like a nightmare. It can feel very difficult. So I think number one is always about having the education and being very respectful and very aware of the consequences, the negative consequences and the repercussions of not moving forward because you're feeling sad or confused or lonely or a bit down or a bit discouraged, or because you're feeling really excited and happy and high and you're feeling loved and you're not taking action and moving forward when you know that you should. It's going to be within your best interest and probably the interest of many people, because you've got responsibilities and you want to keep living life. You don't want to be stuck. Then you have to learn. You have to learn, where's this going to get me? Am I going to regret this? Because usually if you do the right thing, you never regret it. But by not doing the right thing, you regret it. So it's that discipline to say, come on, especially when you're on your own. Because it's easier when you've got someone there, a teacher, a coach, a therapist, or your friend or your partner, or a means of support, a group, which is great. We all need support at certain times, but we've all got to learn to walk on our own, because people are not going to be with us all the time. And not everybody's going to be feeling our emotions. At some point they will, but it's our emotions. So it's really, I think this is mind, spirit, strength over emotions. It's overriding how you feel. And I can bring that back to the most simple, relatable thing that every human being goes through on any given day. So you wake up and you don't feel like getting out of bed because you feel tired, you feel stressed, or you just don't feel like facing the day. Or you don't feel like leaving the house, so you end up staying in the house for too long, and then you get depressed, and then you feel paranoia or anxiety because you should have left the house and gone for a walk, went shopping, seen family, friends, or got out of the house for an hour, had some fresh air, got some exercise, and recharged your brain. So it's discipline, and the more you speak about it, the more you understand it. But it isn't easy. It's not easy. I find it really hard at times, and there's times where I'm really good at it because I'm teaching it. It's my passion, and I practice it in my life. I've got my own personal goals, and I want to maintain good mental health. Love myself, accept myself, and keep improving and being a better person to others, and having these interesting conversations that I love having. And this is how I mentor men and women on how to get past their anxieties and live their dreams. And you have to learn this. You can't escape this. Whatever you want to do in life, it doesn't really matter what it is. You cannot get out of the fact that if you can't, live your dreams and move forward when you're feeling certain emotions that you don't like or you do like, whether you like the emotions or not, it comes down to, can you get yourself to be disciplined? So I'll give you some examples to really hit this home. If you're feeling pretty content and you're daydreaming, I'm kind of in that space today. I'm feeling quite connected. I've had a really good last few days with a friend. I've done videos today, lots of things I've taken care of, a lot of gratitude, a lot of emotions, coming down from those emotions. If you're kind of in a dreamy state where you're kind of just thinking and thinking, it's challenging to say, right, let's snap out of that. I want to go to the gym, or go for a coffee, or go for a walk, or clean the apartment, or do my taxes, or pay my bills, or keep on top of things that need to be done in the household, be domesticated, or plan later on, or schedule my work on my clients. It's not easy to do that. It's not easy, and especially if you start thinking and believing and going, yeah, I don't want to do it, I don't feel like it, it's not the right. If you start thinking about how you feel and what you want to do, and you get into the thing, I don't feel like it now, because you just stress yourself out. You feed that obsessive thinking. So it's best just to make a decision and do something simple and get in the habit and get excited. And I think where a lot of people go wrong, it's like a double criticism where they're already feeling down or happy or sad or in love or out of love or aggrieved or angry or confused or just a bit lost or scared to move forward or scared to stay where they are. Where they tend to go wrong is they start to judge themselves. And judging, if you judge the fact that you feel not in a great mood, you end up feeling worse, double judgment. Whereas if you say, I'm not going to judge it, it just is what it is. What can I do? I'm going to be excited about getting out of it. And it's an ongoing thing. You're going to have to do this all your life. At some point it comes again, even if you're successful. I say this to a lot of people. I've achieved a lot of success myself and failed a lot, and I've helped a lot of high achieving successful people, and they still struggle. Why do they struggle? Well, when you make millions of pounds, still got to live. You've got to get out of bed the next day. You've got a family, you've got friends, you've got commitments, you've got taxes to pay, you've got to survive. So you still got to get up and be motivated. So this is a survival thing. It starts off with the basic fundamentals of how to be a human being, how to live, how to get through each day in gratitude or the best you can. And then it goes on to the things that you want to achieve. So everybody at some point has to be confronted with their own emotions, and you get asked the question, what are you going to do about it? Are you going to stay stuck and be okay with that? Which in truth, no one ever is long term. It's good to rest, and it's good sometimes to take a day off. Of course there's balance, but not too much. Not over resting, too much avoidance, too much procrastination. So I wanted to really give you the knowledge today in this way and inspire you and motivate you and give you these positive emotions to snap you out of it. But like I said, a lot of the times this happened to me, all people, men and women, when you're in love, love feels so good, but it can make you complacent. There's nothing wrong with being in love, it's wonderful. But if you stop living because you're in love, eventually you're going to fall out of love. You're going to get depressed, or relationship's going to be affected with that person and yourself because you're quitting. You don't realize it, you're giving up, and you'll rationalize it by saying, well, I've done it, people do it in business. They make some money in their business, they get a sale, they get ahead financially, but then they stop doing the very things that got them there in the first place. They stop serving their customers, they stop teaching, they lose enthusiasm. Because unconsciously, making a bit of money has made them happy. They've compromised their vision and their integrity and helping other people because they're scared to keep moving forward. And it's the emotions that they don't want to deal with. So rather than say, I'm feeling sad emotions, I'm in pain right now, I'm going to give myself that love, but I still need to go gym, I'm going to push through it. I'm telling you, when you push through it, you go to another level. And I would say it's better than emotions, it's spiritual, it's connection. You know, it's a connection with oneself and with others. And I would even say, and you teachers out there relate to this with your clients or your audience, there's times where we love our clients and teachers, but we don't always feel like teaching because we're human. We might feel tired, burnt out, vulnerable, just overwhelmed. But when you go and teach and help people, you feel amazing because you're not selfish, you're giving to other people. So it's giving. But when you give to others, you receive. Because the act of giving is the best reward on planet Earth. We all forget that, myself included at times. So giving is about moving forward, connecting, serving, enjoying, gratitude, the simple things, making the bed. When you see that the toilet is not clean and you don't clean the toilet, when the dishes need doing clean. So it's discipline, being a disciplinarian. So you need discipline. You need to have the discipline to move forward and take action when you're feeling emotional, or certain emotions that are keeping you stuck. And that's what emotions do when you get too heavy in them. I've had it, I remember it. Lovely memories, being in love with your partner. And then I don't want to get out of bed because you want to lie in and the hugging's lovely. But at some point you have to. At least you can come back and hug later. You've got to do your chores. Because if you put them off, you get anxiety. The anxiety of putting things off. Because you didn't face the daily disciplines of life and moving forward, regardless of what you have. Doesn't matter if you live in a mansion. You're going to have cars, planes and jets. That can only keep you for so long. You're still going to keep living. And we live in our own body that has emotions. But the spirit, the spiritual discipline is maybe better is not the right word. It could be. I'd say it's more mature. It's what you need. You've got to override it, because if you go by emotions, and your emotions will tell you, no, don't do it today. Don't go out, it's raining, or I'm sad, or don't put clean clothes on. Don't shower. Don't eat healthy. Don't do positive things. And you've got to get out of that. You've got to do it. You've got to do it for you, for others. When you do it, you're better. Your character gets better. You become more experienced and you become less vulnerable to allowing good emotions and not so good emotions from imprisoning you in staying stuck. But like I said, there is a time. There is a time to really enjoy laying in and have a good sleep. Commit to it. There's a time to not go gym and have a rest. There's a time to not work. There's a time to sit down and process your emotions and do what you've got to do. But there's a lot of the time people overdo it. The balance is, they're out of balance. They're too emotional. They stay stuck too long. They're not accountable. They're not disciplined enough, because they're going under the premise and believing that they can't move forward when you can. If you had to do it, you can. If you had to do it, you can. So don't let yourself off the hook, because you're going to pay the price of, you're going to not fulfill your potential. You're going to stop growing. So everyone's got to do this. People that are successful and they're living their dream right now, those that are striving to do it, those that have done it and failed, those that don't believe they can do it, rich, poor, you've got to do it. You've got to do it. Because if you don't do it, there's going to be negative consequences, and it plays on your mental health. This is great for mental health, finances, relationships, being a better person, helping other people, so important. It encompasses everything, and it goes back to the most simplistic basics. The discipline to get yourself to do things that you know you should do, but you're scared to do, you don't feel like doing, because you're in the grip of an emotion or several emotions that are making you believe and feel, I can't get out of this. You can do it. So that's how you do it today. And I've done it all today. I didn't feel like doing all these videos. I'm absolutely loving it, enjoying. I'm in a great place, but I didn't feel like it earlier on. Because I was in quite a loving, peaceful, daydreamy, oh, I've done so much this week, and I had to get out of it. So I lead by demonstration. Anyone can do it. And when you do it, you get better the next time. When you're in that place, you go, oh, okay, I'm here again. It's tough again. Oh, I know this. I've gotten out of this the other day, last week, month before. And you've got the teaching. You've got the discipline. You've got the experience. You know where you're at. You know what to do. So a lot of it is awareness. Being aware of the negativities, of the consequences of not doing it. Being aware of the positive consequences. And knowing where you're at and what your purpose is and why you want to do things. And sometimes if it's too overwhelming to go and do your dream or creating your business, then you do the simple things that are around you right now. There's always stuff in front of you that you could do. Water the plants, take the trash out, be grateful, clean the apartment, wash up, clean, pay bills. There's always things that need to be done that people are not doing and putting off because they're fearful of confronting their emotions and what will come next. You'll handle it. And that's where mental strength comes in, mental toughness, emotional resilience, maturity, spiritual strength, discipline, accountability, self-respect, and being better for others. I'll leave it on that note. Like, share, and subscribe to this video. Let me know your thoughts in the box below. If you'd like to book a mentoring session, I do mentorship in person and online. I only work with committed clients. My coaching prices are very expensive because the value that I offer and give is valuable, and I've been doing this for a hell of a long time. If you'd like to book, my email address is below. You can send me an email there. I do coaching on Zoom. I do hour mentoring sessions. I start at an hour, and anything up to long-term coaching, depending on if we can work together. And you're not obligated to sign up to anything long term, and I'm also not obligated to take you on if I think you're not right. If mentorship is not right for you right now, you can stick to what you're getting today, the free mentorship with these videos. I really appreciate you supporting me and appreciating me. Good luck with this, practice it. Let me know in the box below if you're going to apply this emotional discipline of moving forward and not allowing your emotions to keep you stuck when you're feeling stuck in emotion and you're under the idea that I can't do this, I don't believe I can do it. Yes, you can. Speak to you soon. Have a great day. Good luck.